Hi everybody, this is a red, white, and black Arcane Bombardment based control deck. We're running 4 copies of Beseech the Mirror, hence all the 1 copy spells that you see in here, and the plan is that we're going to go get Arcane Bombardment in the late game to help reuse all the stuff we've been using all along. Now, of course, to use Beseech the Mirror effectively, you need something to bargain with, so that's why we're focused on creating tokens, artifacts, little treasure tokens, in the first few turns of the game to use with Beseech the Mirror right on time at turn 4. Then when we're ready in the late game, we can even use Beseech to go get one of our more expensive win conditions. So the thing that got me thinking about adding white to this deck was, what kind of 4 mana spells can we use and really get the most out of Beseech the Mirror? Well, I definitely wanted to add in a couple of copies of Depopulate and a copy of the Wandering Emperor to exile things. Being able to search for these is great, and of course they're just kind of great all around, so we're running 2 copies so we can run into one naturally if we need it, and of course we're always running 1 Burn Down the House up here. Now, a little bit differently, I've got 1 Invasion of Tolvada, a favorite of mine from some other decks that I've created, not involving Arcane Bombardment, but because we have so many tokens, this is a nice dual threat in that we can bring back our Arcane Bombardment, some of our Planeswalkers, and then maybe flip it over and give all of our tokens a nice bonus in the late game. All this put together turns us into this kind of weird token-based, spells-based control deck that was really interesting to play for me. So yeah, let's go see a few games with this deck over on the ranked standard ladder and see if we can get the best bargain out of Beseech the Mirror. Alright. So, we're going to keep this. It's a little risky, but if we can get to at least Wedding Announcement on time, all right, there's the red land. Great. I was going to give this a go with Wedding Announcement, but we got the red for Flip Coin. Oh, opponent's got the pilfer for us, I see. Huh, well, scratch that plan. We're going to lay down our red land. They know entirely what we're up to here. My one-of copy of Bombardment clearly visible for the world to see as they lay down a tenacious underdog. Well, luckily the black mana keeps coming. That's the one kind of difficulty with Beseech, is if you want to cast it naturally, you do kind of need to lean on the black mana a little bit. Invasion of Eldraine. So we have to discard 2 cards. Okay. Not the end of the world in a Bombardment deck. We can discard Bombardment and this Springs. I've got Invasion of Tolvada we can go finding later on, get our Bombardment back. But I'm letting it go here. We're a little ways off from casting it. Gotta keep drawing them lands. Alright. Well, land number 4. We can Beseech something. Yeah, let's Beseech. We can bargain away this token. So even if we don't draw a land next turn, we can follow up with a Sorin. And this will allow us right now to go get the Wandering Emperor and exile the Tenacious Underdog. A notorious thorn in my side. It's actually kind of a nice design on a creature. I really don't mind that card. It's just a pain from a playing perspective when I'm trying to win. Sheoldred's coming down. Oh, all right. Well, goodbye to the Emperor. Well, I guess Sorin. And I guess we'll just make a... Oh, no. I forgot. Sheoldred's got Menace. All right, well, at least... I don't know. Maybe we could... Nope, can't block it either and do a Abrade.
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows like me.
They're making us discard rather than sacrifice. Okay. Letting go of Abrade because that doesn't hit Lily. Sorry, Sorin. I really messed that one up. Sorin down. Okay, destroy evil. That's good. That's good. So I think... What are we going to do here? We can cast both of these with the mana we've got. Let's go for the attacks and see if they've got anything for the vampire. They do not. That's good. All right, and I think we got to get rid of Sheoldred. There's enough stuff in our graveyard that they can flip it. And we cannot have that. We don't run any creatures, but they sure do, and it's just great value flipping over Sheoldred into that saga. Gix's Command. What a top deck. What a great draw. So opponent gets back the Sheoldred we just took care of. Gonna have to take care of that next turn. Let's do flick a coin on Lily. Try to draw into some more. Land in a treasure. Oh, there's a Beseech. Okay. So this is tricky. I gotta think about this for a second. We can Beseech, but we're not gonna bargain. And hear me out. Peruse the options. All right. Tolvada time. We're both top decking. Their only option to make us discard is Lily, unless they drew something fantastic. We can discard our land to Lily. There's Sheoldred as expected. They're going for the discard. Sure, we'll do the land. Still have enough mana to cast this Tolvada. Think we can do this. All right, let's go Tolvada. I still don't know where Tolvada is, but I love the card. We are going to reanimate Arcane Bombardment out of the grave. Opponent's on black, so the odds that they've got enchant removal, super low. They make us discard the Beseech, which was our only spell. They're able to flip Sheoldred. Nothing we can do about that. We draw the Beseech anyway. I mean, we do have a lot of spells in here. It's not like the odds were low. All right, we can Beseech. We're going to bargain just to get the most out of this, and we can't really keep anything in our hand too well. Get the flick a coin regardless. Let's flick it at Lily. Union the draw. All right, we get Beseech. So many options for Beseech. Always takes me so long. Sheoldred's Edict. That could work. Let's cast that. Make him sack a Planeswalker. Yeah, I think that's right. Alright, well, hindsight, should not have pinged Lily with a coin. But you never know what you're going to get. So. Opponent's got another invasion for us, but we're out of cards, so they do have the True Scriptures online. But we've got Bombardment going. Let's see. They got an Obliterator down there. No creatures from us, so they're not going to reanimate anything from us. I think we just pass. So now they get to dump all those creatures back onto the board, including Sheoldred. So it's basically just the two. What is the last card in that hand? Another Obliterator. Okay. Nothing like coming out the gate with the heavy hitters here. We're going to flick a coin on the invasion. Start thinking about that, I think. We pick up Union and flick, so we'll flick it again. Union happens. Oh, okay. Soul Transfer, that's nice. Depopulate, that's excellent. Land the draw. Yeah, let's activate Bombardment with Depopulate. And we will flick a coin over at the invasion. Do a little bit more. Another Union, perhaps. We got a Duress, but just like our opponent was finding out, discard no good. Good game. All right. I'm going to mull this. It doesn't do anything with the mana it's got. This, on the other hand, this will work. We've got all of our colors, early interaction, and card draw. Just what I want to see. And there's a Depopulate for us. Can't cast it yet, though. Yeah, definitely. Well, we get the second white anyway. I was just going to say, developing mana bases, I still don't feel like I'm great at it. And I've been playing this game a long time. An old school Obliterator. Must be Obliterator Day or something today on the ladder. So opponent's going to attack us with this fleshy here. We're going to flick a coin at their face. We pick up a land. I think just depopulate here. No need to get crazy with it. We got Destroy Evil if they've got any more of those Obliterators, though. And usually when somebody plays Fleshgorger, they've got a way to bring it back from the grave. So hopefully we can go get Bombardment, start recycling Depopulates. Let's have a look at that hand, though. Cruelty and some removal. It's definitely Cruelty then. There's that reanimation we were just talking about. And I think it's Destroy Evil time on Sheoldred. Play the land. We've got Union ready and waiting to draw us a card. Or we can just hang on to our treasure. Graveyard Trespasser. What are we eating today? We're eating an Obliterator out of our own graveyard. Really wants to get that extra damage in. Think we're going to save this treasure. I was going to say, just in case we draw one of our top-end spells. We do not. We get our black and white Restless Land. Sheoldred's going to try to do some blocks here. Nope. Forces them to use that Go for the Throat. And they've got a Sheoldred's Edict too, so we're just eating some things away from their hand. They eat our Sheoldred. I was just going to say, we can go find our Tolvada maybe and get that back, but it was not to be. All right, let's Union here. We need a little more gas in the tank. Beseech the Mirror. All right, let's play our land first. We're going to beseech, but not bargain. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just Bombardment here. Like Ashiok, Eternal Wanderer, all good. But if we can get even a few spells under Bombardment, it kind of snowballs and takes over the game. Plus, we know Black really doesn't have a great way to get rid of this. So, all right, they Field of Ruin our Restless Land. Yes, let's go get a Swamp. Black mana, kind of important to cast future Beseeches. Attacks with the Trespasser. Decides to eat Beseech, good choice. And flips over the Trespasser. All right, well, we are in the unenviable situation of facing down a Graveyard Glutton. No spells in hand. Glutton's going to start eating things out of the graveyard. A second Glutton shows up. I may be mistaken. That may eat our entire graveyard worth of spells. All right, Glutton attacks. Picks out Union. We're down to 3. Okay. I think we have to Union here in the hopes of drawing an instant. Hopefully there's something left down in that graveyard. Depopulate's a good spell to leave. Okay, we get Eiganjo, which is protection, but it doesn't activate Bombardment. So we'll pass it on back to the opponent. We're at 5. They've got an arena to start drawing some cards now. We just draw a land. We're in a top deck battle that we are going to lose in the long term. Look at this card draw from the opponent. Reliquary, picks him up a card. Arena, gets him another one. Draws for turn. They're back up to 5 cards already. Maybe it's time for me to start putting Phyrexian Arena back into my Bombardment decks. Okay, Obliterator, so Castle Eiganjo, now useless. There's the spell, finally. Thankfully, it's an instant, so maybe we can catch our opponent if they try to play a second creature pre-combat. All right, let's let him go to attacks. Play with Fire the Face. That activates Bombardment, and the Depopulate we know is under there. Excellent. Union to pick up. So we'll draw with Union after the Depopulate. No response from the opponent for that. Sometimes they have the instant reanimator. Oh, we pick up a Tolvada. Burn down the house on top. That's pretty good. Ooh, and a Sheoldred. That's going to start dinging us here. Okay. Well, I think the choice is probably just burn down the house. We're going to do it on devils, though, because we can stack this in such a way where we wipe the board before we create our devils. So, let me just make sure we do this right. Union. Flick a coin the opponent. Depopulate. Last in, first out. Sheoldred down. Coin gets flicked. Oh, we get a Wandering Emperor. That's great. That'll protect us from any blitzed. Okay. An opponent scoops it up. Good game. I think we can keep this hand. This seems pretty fair. So we've got Flick a Coin on 3 into Beseech on 4. Looks like the mana's going to work out. Might be able to Edict something on turn 2. Depopulate that we no longer have to go searching for. Opponent is on blue and white, though. The question is, what flavor of blue and white are we playing? Opponent passes. All right, let's flick a coin at the end of their turn to create a treasure for this Beseech. No response, but it hung up a little. We're going to go Shattered Sanctum. This smells like Counterspell, but we're going to go for it. We're going to bargain away our token. Plenty of land, so not like we need to keep that token around for anything else. Okay, make disappear. Definitely got to counter that if you have the chance. Question is, does our opponent have any follow-up? Urza. Okay. Well, it still feels kind of like blue-white control. Let's use Depopulate to take care of Urza. We got a way to save Urza here? No, we are going to plunge Urza into winter to scry and draw the card. Opponent must be land heavy over there. They've got the Might Stone. All right, this is starting to make sense. The plan is to meld those two together eventually. All right, still missing the card draw portion of my deck. Opponent having no trouble over there. 2, 4, 6, plus the 2 from the Might Stone and Weak Stone. So they're going to have enough to activate Urza, but not right if they play him again. Let's go Takenuma, just see if we can find anything good to do. Oh, we luck out with an Ashiok. Nice. Well, that'll give us something a little more proactive to try for, rather than just sitting here with all of our reactive cards. Great. Ashiok makes it in. And right away, just to get the replacement out of him, we're going to go ahead and get a card off the top. That's right. It's that ability is so tricky. I almost exiled the burn down the house there. Opponent's got a flashed in Wandering Emperor. So when you get the 2 cards with Ashiok, the one you're picking is the one that you want to put into exile, the one you do not want, which is contrary to like every other selection ability that you normally do. But it's Ashiok, that's fitting. All right, we're going to cut down in response to the Wandering Emperor's token ability. Or counter ability, sorry. Shirai of Numbing Depths. Whenever you tap, draw a card, once each turn. Okay. Well, that's not going to be a big deal for us. It's maybe a burn down the house time. So Ashiok is pretty big. We're keeping Ashiok around just to draw some cards, essentially, off the top. We'll exile that land, take the Abrade, pass it on back to the opponent. Might need to think about putting this Skrelv's Hive down next turn to start developing our board a little bit. Hilda. Okay. I actually made a historic brawl deck around Hilda, and it was not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I actually get some really nice value out of that. Ooh. All right. Well, that was a great choice. Thank you, Ashiok. We get Arcane Bombardment off of the top 2. And we're a little short on mana to be able to do both at once. So tell you what, let's just go destroy evil. Let's try to get rid of Hilda here. All right, that works. Let's do a Skrelv's Hive. We're at 20, and this will kind of amp up our offensive capabilities. Opponent's got Urza again. Looks like they do have enough to immediately activate it. So, I think the way we play this is let them activate. In response, we Sheoldred's Edict and make them sack Urza. That way when the ability resolves, Urza's not around, and there's nothing to put together. Okay, we've got our land. Let's go Bombardment. 2 mana left for this Abrade. Let's take a look off the top with Ashiok. Just lands, and I chose the wrong one. No problem. Let's save this Abrade for our opponent's turn. We can do the same trick that we just did. If they've got another Urza, they do not. Another Shirai. Taps our creature, draws them a card. And another Hilda, okay. Yeah, Hilda's just so much value. You can make up 4/4 elementals, put counters on all your stuff. Well, we pick up Beseech the Mirror with Arcane Bombardment. Let's go bargaining away this stunned Might token. And I think what we're going to do here... Let's see. Sorin, Sheoldred. Sheoldred kind of a pain for our opponent to deal with. Even if they tap it, the ability still works. Let's give that a try. Alright, Sheoldred doing its thing. Bombardment online. Let's start making some tokens with Ashiok. That way we can union here. Not going to depopulate. We can beseech again. We will bargain away another might. And decline the depopulate. Yeah, I think we'll just go for some straight, go for the throat removal here on Hilda. End this value train while we can. And now, thanks to Skrelv's Hive, I think we're guaranteed bargain fodder for the rest of the game. As long as this bombardment sticks around, we can keep beseeching, keep bargaining things away. So we might be in a place where we can start going to grab planeswalkers now. Opponent's got another Urza. They go for the activation, but we've got the removal. Bombardment happens. Yeah, we can go beseech. We'll just do regular beseech for this one. And looking at all the options, I think it's big Wanderer time. We seem to be making a token army here, so let's keep pressing that advantage. Again, Urza's ability resolves. Nothing there to meld with. And we'll flick a coin. Just because we can. Alright. Ashiok, find me some cards. Alright, we will exile... Flick a coin. We'll take the Edict in case they try Urza again. Although it feels like we've taken care of, what, 3 of those already? Nightmares get bigger. We attack for 10. Opponent needs something to get rid of Sheoldred right now. We're going to lay down the Wanderer and press our advantage. Make a little token. Pass it on over. What do you got? Nope. Okay. Sheoldred takes care of it. Good game. All right. Well, not the worst hand. Could use some more black mana symbols to cast these 4 and 5 turn spells, but make a go of it. Yeah, let's cast the Restless Land. Even if we draw no more lands, this will put us in a position to cast Sorin on 4, which is kind of what I want to do. Plus we can go Plains Wedding Announcement now and start putting counters on that. So yeah, Sorin, we can hopefully start drawing with that. Opponent's got to cut down for our token. We draw the big Wanderer. Yeah, I think this is fine. We do have enough mana for this, right? Yes. Okay. We will draw with Sorin. Usually the better play. Get a free token out of our wedding announcement. We'll be set up for Ashiok next turn. Opponent's got Graveyard Trespasser. Not much to eat. Lightning Strike the draw. Alright, let's take a look off the top first. We'll reveal that mountain for sure. Yes, I am sure we are going to take care of this Trespasser. I'm going to point a Lightning Strike at it. Discard that mountain. Why not? We will attack for 1. Play our land. Let's go ahead and Duress 2, just to be on the safe side. Gix's command and a Grasp will definitely take this command, although they're a little ways off. The Grasp, not a huge deal for us, since we're kind of token-based. Opponent's up to 4 mana. And they go with Henrika over the 2 copies of Sheoldred in hand. Probably for the card draw. They're trying to work their way up the mana there. Alright, let's play the Sanctum. How much do we care about Henrika? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's just make some tokens. Start building up a board here. We know our opponent doesn't have a board wipe in hand. And if they play a couple of things out to the board, we might be able to use the Eternal Wanderer to winnow them down if things get out of hand. But I think for now... Hold on. Alright, they go Gix. What do they do with Henrika? Probably should have taken into account that removal. So they're going to be able to attack down Ashiok by transforming Henrika into a 3/4. Not ideal. Alright, we'll reveal the cut down just to get it off the top and get us closer to some better things. We've got Go for the Throat and the Wanderer in hand. Alright, we're going to pass it back for now. Okay, Sheoldred coming down. Opponent's down to 2 cards. They do have a Plaza of Heroes on the table that I've got to remember. And they attack the face, bringing us to 15 so that they can draw with Gix. Ooh, and that triggers Sheoldred. Okay, gives them a little bit of cushion of life. Well, we weren't going to be able to aggro them down anyway. Let's draw. Sheoldred happens. Alright, I think we got this. Let's go Eternal Wanderer. I think I want to clean up this board a little bit. Question is, what do we let them keep? Alright, we should keep a Nightmare because that gets bigger. We're going to let them keep Henrika for now. We're going to take a look off the top. We will... Soul Transfer. I think we're going to leave you on the top right now. We've got enough mana to cast this Go for the Throat and hopefully protect our Wanderer. Okay, opponent goes for Gix. And Sheoldred, so essentially the same board state we were just left with. Alright, and it goes in to attack the Wanderer, who is now pretty low, or are we going face again? Alright. Well, either way, now that our opponent's low on cards, they're tapped out from the Plaza, let's use Go for the Throat on Henrika, the only thing that can kind of really pressure our Planeswalkers. Sheoldred hits us for 2. Soul Transfer going to be the play for sure. Let's get rid of Sheoldred. I don't like leaving them with Gix, but I think that's the best option for us here. We will reveal this card. And I think we can use the top ability here. So opponents have done this to me before, and it's super annoying.
You're coming with me.
Really telegraphs to our opponent that we don't have a way to get rid of Gix, but I also don't want Gix to use that ability and steal some stuff from us. So we're going to exile Gix temporarily. Of course, our mono-black opponent finds another copy of Sheoldred. Sorin getting a little big, though. We might be able to use that as, like, removal if we really don't draw anything. Gix comes back. We draw and drop to 9. Options. Tell you what, let's go looking with Sorin. Another land. All right, so Sorin really keeping us in the lands this game. All right. All right, well, at least it hasn't cost us that much life. Let's exile Gix again. Okay, they use the ability, make it indestructible, and hexproof, so that doesn't work. But the plaza is off the board now. So that means any future removal we get is totally online. Wow, what a top deck. Gix's command for our opponent. Okay, so they're making something bigger. We have to sacrifice the Nightmare, even if we activate the Restless Land. It's not the biggest one on board. Opponent's got 9 Exaxes. Let's activate our land. We can... Let's see. We'll throw it in front of Gix. Prevents the most damage. It's dying either way. Thanks to Sheoldred's Death Touch. Opponent's going to be able to draw 1 off of this. Okay. We draw a land. Sheoldred hits us for 2. Sorin, now is your time, buddy. With Plaza off the board, we can point its ultimate at Sheoldred. We're back up to 16. Yeah, and I think it's time for Gix to get exiled. Get out of here, buddy. I need a couple of turns. Oh, that's a good draw. Opponent's got the Evolve Sleeper. Can start putting counters on that. And Gix is back. All right. Back to us. More lands. Come on, deck. There's only so many lands in here. Beseech. Can we go that low? I think we can. So that drops us to 12. We've got nothing to bargain with, but I don't think that's where we are. So let's cast a regular Beseech. And I think it's Depopulate here. Both of these creatures, just let them draw back into the game. And we already kind of have a win con with these 2 planeswalkers. I'm not confident in our ability to survive any other way. And of course, we draw the other Depopulate. Well, let's take a look off the top again. Got any more? I'm kidding, Sorin. You don't have to keep giving me lands. All right, we're going to attack with the Samurai. Too big for cut down. Opponent uses Infernal Grasp. All right, let's replace the Samurai. You're going in, buddy. All right, we draw Takenuma. Well, let's go to attacks. This wedding announcement actually making this token kind of effective here. Each one of these going to hit for 6. So let's make some more to join it. Make a vampire with Sorin. I think we'll pass it on over here. Misery's Shadow. All right, well, that can definitely threaten to get very big. Can't cut it down because they can just respond with activations to make it bigger. Well, let's just get in with the vampire for the moment. And we'll take a look with Sorin. If we had removed that with the Wanderer... Ooh. Beseech off the top. Yeah, let's make another token.
We can win this
And I
together.
think we're going to go Beseech here. Just a regular old Beseech. And there we go. So we'll go looking for Arcane Bombardment. We should have enough left over. Yeah, we can cast it, but we can't activate it. But this is hopefully the nail in the coffin. I mean, we're set up with Planeswalkers. We got double strikey tokens. And I think we finally run them out of resources here. Opponent's going to pump up the Shadow. We'll do Cut Down just because we can activate Bombardment with it. They can activate... Oh, okay. Well, that wraps it up. Good game.